I saw Top Gun Maverick recently. The first one came out the year I was born, and now, 36 years later, I'm watching it again. Literally again, as the new film is the exact same story. Maverick breaks the rules, then gets assigned to the Top Gun program while being reprimanded, then bonds with his fellow pilots over a beach sport, and after some tragedy and some self-doubt, he goes on to defeat the Russians while flying an F-14. It's purposely nostalgic, and I liked it, even though a lot of the dialogue was cheesy. Every time Maverick would say, "Talk to me, Goose," while he was flying, I couldn't help but roll my eyes. It wasn't until the end when Rooster said, "Talk to me, Dad," that I started to cry. My children took me to see the movie on Father's Day. It was the first Father's Day since my dad had died. He was a young guy, only 60 when he passed away. One night he went to the emergency room for abdominal pain, and by the next night, he was gone. It was shocking. Unexpected. He had lived with Crohn's disease for decades, and in the few years before his death had been treated for both skin and liver cancer, but there was never any indication from him leading up to it, or from the doctors treating him on his last day, that his death was impending, that we should prepare ourselves. I wasn't prepared. My immediate reaction was to seek out any video or recording or photograph of him that I could find. I felt like my memories were fading with each passing day, so I started writing things down. I needed something tangible, something more reliable than my brain. It was like I was drowning and grasping for something in me that was no longer there, and never would be again. I just wanted to hear his voice one more time. I just wanted him to tell me that everything would be okay, because I've never experienced something as devastating as this before, and I needed him now more than ever. Talk to me, Dad. Please. 2 weeks before his death, we had lunch together. I told him I'd just taken the kids to the drive-in theater where we watched the original Top Gun. He told me he was looking forward to seeing the new one, but it had just been delayed again because of COVID. I suggested we go see it together, whenever it finally came out. After lunch, we said our goodbyes, hugged each other, and went home. That was the last time I ever spoke to him. Last time I ever saw him. I wasted my last moments with my dad eating bland pizza and talking about Top Gun, as I had wasted many moments with my dad prior. I just thought we'd have more time together. But the way the brain makes emotional connections to places and things is funny. Driving past the restaurant would trigger a flood of emotions in me, as would a random song heard or word spoken. Everything was just a crippling reminder. I used to think it was torture, some cruel joke put in place by an unloving God, to be reminded of such a loss by the most banal things. But sitting in the theater with my own children on Father's Day, watching Rooster grapple with his own grief, I felt, for the first time, okay. I felt a new connection with my dad. It was no longer a reminder of the missed opportunities or squandered moments. It was a reminder of him, of the man I loved and respected. So yeah, I like Top Gun Maverick. I think my dad would have too.